Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to check the fresh release from Miniart. It's a truck model in 135 scale, and here we have a German 3-ton cargo truck 3.6 36S, and as you can see, it's so-called pretty normal type military service. So it's a kit number 35442 as it's written there, and I have here the commercial sample, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff if you order it now from Modelimix webshop. And first of all, I have to note the box art, it's quite nice here, and also we should have a lot of interior features here out of the box. So on the side you'll find some information about the manufacturer. We also have some safety devices, and on the opposite side you can see the small mention that decals are coming from Cartograph, and here we also have 6 marking options. Obviously you're not limited by this choice only, but well, they are also nice to have because you have the corresponding decals included. So this is a top opening box, and here is what we have inside. All of the frames are actually sealed into one plastic bag, and I'm going to open them right now and we will check everything together. In the meantime, I can also remind you that I reviewed the other versions of this truck as well. And in case you are interested in them, you can find them easily on the same YouTube channel. And of course you can also support me with a small donation. It's always handy for getting some special kits to be reviewed together with you, or maybe to update the photo and video equipment, because sometimes the cameras are just not working properly and you have to exchange them, obviously. So first we have here another sealed plastic bag. I'm laughing because I was just opening one plastic bag and there is another one with the clear parts. Nevertheless, it's good because it means that the clear parts will not be scratched or damaged somehow in the box, and it will preserve them intact even during the rough shipment. Okay, so as you saw, we had the decals and clear frame. So let's first start with the decals. Here they are. As you remember, they are coming from Cartograph, so that's why you shouldn't be worried about any printing issues. As you can see, everything looks fine, and we even have these dials for the instrument panel. So that's also good. Next we continue with the clear sprue. So here I will have to zoom in a bit because the clear frame is supplied like this. So here we have all of the necessary clear parts for the front cap. And well, for the front cap I would rather recommend to get some masks, and well, Miniart does not include this useful bonus, so you have to do everything by your own, and it's I would say a bit of important thing because it will be visible how you paint all of the seals on the clear parts. Okay, next we continue with the PE fret. So it was supplied in the separate envelope, and as you can see it's unpainted PE fret. Here we have both interior and exterior parts, so overall details are quite nice, but it will require some due care because some of the parts are really tiny. Next we start with the first gray plastic sprue. So here we have parts for the rear bed, and as you can see here we have included this, let's say, subframe, also the supports for the frame, and the base plate. If I zoom in on the base plate, you can notice that there is no wooden texture whatsoever, and from the opposite side we have some guiding elements. So it will be easy to align all of this stuff together, but well, if you would like to replicate some weathering, you will have to do it with your own hands and tools. And I think it's a good idea to actually do this because, well, those sections of the truck rarely stay in a factory fresh condition. So here we continue with more parts for the front cap. 2 separate doors is actually a great advantage because it means you can open them on your model. Also here we have the front grille with the pre-molded logo of the manufacturer, and we have the dashboard here. So maybe I will zoom into the dashboard part so that you can see what features are pre-molded. The same can be also checked on this front grille. And of course the doors. So for the doors, those are actually the separately molded front door cards, and of course we'll also get the separate handles. And here you can see some guiding elements which will help you to align all of this stuff together. But as I said in the previous video, it's really cool that we have the front grille actually with the pre-molded logos, because this will make a nice difference, and for some modders it's actually useful because they won't have to deal with the PE parts. Next we have a small sprue with the headlamps and also the brake drums. So here, as you can see, we have also some thin parts, and well, it's better to be very careful with them and not to hurry, because there are no spare parts in this kit, and if you break them you will have to fix them somehow. Another double set of the sprues is dedicated to the wheel rims. As you can see, they are supplied as two-piece assembly, and well, such design also allows you to paint them separately and then just to install them in between the wheel tires, so also quite a smart solution for a nice paintwork. Next we continue with the wheel fenders. These are the rear ones. As you can see, they are molded as a single piece parts, and inside there are no push marks or any other problems, so this is really great. And here we also have some of the external mud guards, I think. Okay, next we have this plastic sprue, which is dedicated to the bonnet panels. So you can replicate the bonnet panels in the open position, which is really useful in order to show the engine underneath. And also here we have the front wheel fender, which is molded together with the side step, so it's necessary for one of the versions. And next we will continue with again big plastic sprue. So this one is dedicated to the main chassis bars and also some of the front cap panels. So as you can see, everything looks alright. And also here we have the wheel axles, and I think once you combine them together it will be a really good looking thing. The only item which I'm worried about is this roof and windscreen panel. Obviously we have the guiding elements, but still it's a good idea to check some alignment during the assembly, because you can end up with a really weird result. Okay, next we continue with the plastic sprue, which is dedicated to the stowage boxes. Nothing special in my opinion, it's just boxes. So we'll just move on to the next plastic sprues, and on them you will find the road wheels. So I will show you only one sprue, even though there are 4 of them supplied in the kit. So here we have tires, to be precise. So those tires should be assembled out of separate sections for each. And we also have nice external features here on those tire walls. So this is something what you rarely get in the vinyl replication of this section of the car. So that's why I'm saying that it's good that the wheels are actually copied in plastic, not in the vinyl. But I know that for some of you it's better to have vinyl because it's easier to assemble. Next we continue with the leaf springs and also some of the drivetrain parts. Again, all those parts look quite good, so it's just a matter of careful separation. And next we continue with another sprue which carries 2 versions of the front grille. We also have the radiator here and also some of the holders and the fuel tank, as far as you can see. And well, overall quality looks the same as what we saw on the first front grille part on the previous sprue. Next, well, we already saw the jerry cans. It's just another plastic sprue here. And then we have also the... I can see that these are Pioneer tools, but this is something what was not included in the previous boxing. So as you can see here, we have the tools with the clamps, and this is really a handy thing in order just to make the appearance a bit more sophisticated and add more details, let's say. As for the rear bed, we also have the separate walls, and you can assemble the truck with open walls, so you will see it in the assembly manual. Again, no wooden texture whatsoever, so in case you would like to have wooden texture, you have to replicate it with the paints and maybe with some sanding. I saw some modders doing this with sandpaper, so this is up to you how you would replicate it. And last but not the least is this sprue, which carries mix of various parts. And the most important thing in my opinion is that here we get the engine included, a gearbox and some of the front cap interior parts. So all of this stuff comes as a standard, you don't have to pay anything extra, so this is really great thing. And that's why I was saying that it might be worth thinking how to expose the engine, because otherwise it's a shame to hide such items in the model. What I'm doing right now is closing the lenses so that we can see the assembly manual, and as you can see, it's a color printed brochure. Again, here it's mentioned that we have decals for 6 marking options, and straight away on the first page we have 2 marking options for this truck. So this red truck and the gray military truck from Poland, 1939. Next we continue with the parts map, and assembly process starts with the main chassis, where you also assemble the spare wheel, which will be placed on the bars. Next we continue with engine assembly. So for the engine assembly, maybe it's also a good idea to replicate some wiring, but it's already up to you. And here we continue with the drivetrain and also the front cap parts. Next we have the front cap being assembled out of these panels. As you remember, they were separate. And here we have the main wheels assembly, so as you can see, these sections should be combined together. And what's worth noting is that the wheel rim is actually installed in between these sections, so that's why I was saying it's important to paint it in advance and then just to assemble the tire together. Next we continue with some assembly options for the front bonnet. We start building the rear bed, and note a lot of PE parts, PE handles on this rear bed parts, and then we install the wheels and the rear bed on the main chassis. Here we continue also by choosing the open body or closed body version. Then we have 2 marking options, again the gray colored truck and the green one, and another gray and green colored trucks. These ones are from 1940 and 1945 actually. So overall we get a great release in 1/35 scale, which might be handy for some diorama, especially if you add some figurines. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.